Have you seen this movie?
Hamburger.
Or maybe have you seen this one? What if I'm gonna tell you it's the same movie, just in different settings? But you're gonna ask me, how's this possible? There is like the flying car and here's the flying Spider-Man, but they're very, very similar, and I'm gonna show you why. The movie Black Lightning, which in Russian Черная молния, was released in 2009 and in partnership with Universal. They made the first superhero Russian movie, and with budget $15 million, this movie flopped. The plot itself tells the story about a student named Dima, his best friend Max, and the girl named Nastya. And of course the flying car. The rich-ass millionaire that needs this car in order to obtain a huge amount of diamonds underground.
We're rich! Diamond!
And some support characters that present here just for the sake of it. The problem with this movie is not initially that it's bad, it's not that bad, but it's just Spider-Man. But you would probably say, but that's coincidence. No way they could have done Spider-Man in Moscow with the flying car, right? Oh, but they did.
Pulls up his hands, ropes come out, and he climbs up the ropes like a spider.
Прикидывайте, сейчас я иду, ко мне прилетает, забирает меня. Чё к чему, я так и не пойму.
He stinks, and I don't like him.
Возможно, это гражданин, который хочет помочь в борьбе с организованной преступностью.
Some kind of freaky Lewis something. Wackadoo.
I gotta give that to Russians. The cops that said like, oh yeah, I think maybe he's a good guy, and the American cop who's saying, it's some freak. I mean, the Russian cop would say the same if it was a Russian movie made by Russians and not the Russian movie made by Russians to look like American movie.
Stop it.
And director of this movie, Timur Bekmambetov, pushed this as the answer to the superhero Hollywood movies, which is actually so why?
Child. Anyway, so
Dimasik is a simple guy. He just wants to impress a girl, buy a nice car, and have a good money. Because any woman in superhero movies will jump on you on the first moment when you bought a car.
oh my god, it's gorgeous!
His friend Max likes the same girl. She's the new student, they don't know shit about her, but they still like her. Max is a rich brat. He has a car, he has money, so he has all chances with Nastya. Dima is jealous of the fact that he can't hit it, and he's upset that he doesn't have his own car. But then he buys a new BMW, gets a girl, fighting with Max in a huge boss fight, and that's the whole movie. No, it's not. Uncle Ben, Dima's father, decided to buy him a new car, and Dima is very excited about this. He's anticipating his new car, but he doesn't give a shit about it because this is old Volga, not a new Mercedes. So Dima really ashamed of this because he will never get nasty with old Volga. By the way, Dima has a little sister. She doesn't serve any purpose in this story, she just exists.
А ты знаешь, что у Путина такая же?
Then Dima leaves his car on another street behind his house, which is totally not weird because his parents not gonna come out and see that he denied their gift. So stupid.
Я календарь, я календарь, я календарь, я календарь.
Dima goes on a bus, Dima late on a bus, because he was helping some drunk dude to get in, which is so funny. Comedy. So it turns out that he was late on election of the bad guy, who is Vladimir Putin. I'm gonna call him Vladimir Putin because he fits the type. So this Vladimir Putin sees Dima, he's late, and he's like, oh, why are you late? And Dima is like, oh, I was helping someone. And Vladimir Putin tells like, will you not help person if I'm gonna give you 1 million rubles? And the whole group like, yes, Mr. Beast. Vladimir Putin tells Dima to take this money because he said, oh, can I take money this now and not help someone else later?
Yes.
And Dima's looking at this money and he's like, oh no, I can't accept this. But Vladimir Putin insists to accept it right now. And Dima's like, no, I can't, I'm too honest. And then Vladimir Putin sees Maxim with Nastya and he tells, oh my god, you're such a loser, you don't even have a girl, here's the money, buy yourself a car. And Dima's like, no, I wanna go honest way. Then deliver flowers. And Dima for real starting to deliver flowers. And his boss, suspiciously resembling someone really familiar.
Это что, все, Махар Мамедович? За неделю работы?
Как говорит пословица, тише едешь, дальше не будешь.
Now get out of here.
$100. The ad said 3,000.
What? This guy? No, I meant Jameson. You know, mustaches. He's the big boss with funny dialect from Kazakhstan.
Куда это держишь?
Back to the plot. So Dima delivers flowers to the clients. Meanwhile, the bad guy's looking for the Volga in order to use the nanocatalysator to obtain a huge amount of diamonds. There's the science in this movie. The science is that every time someone tells the word nano, it means there is something really powerful and desirable for Putin. Nanocatalyst is plot device that makes car flying, and nanofuel is the fuel that makes this device work. So basically, it just two convenient terms to explain the whole point of the car. But they talk about it way too much, and we don't know if this nanocatalyst is the engine or it's something else. What the hell is that supposed to be?
Нанокатализатор. Нанокатализатор и контейнер с нанотопливом.
Нанокатализатор. Бензин заряжался, проходя через нанокатализатор, становился нанотопливом.
Что если нанокатализатор отключить?
Ну и контейнер с нанотопливом.
Нанокатализатор. Нанокатализатор.
Нанокатализатор.
Нанокатализатор. Нанокатализатор. Нанокатализатор. Нанокатализатор.
Girl. So while bad guy's looking for his car, his father decided to have the conversation with him about responsibility and about helping people, because Dima clearly doesn't give a fuck about anyone. And he even ready to drive over someone in order to deliver his flowers. The bad guys spotting Dima's car and they're like, oh my god, we gotta catch him. And Dima, suddenly he flies away from them and he's like, what the fuck? And this way we see that he got his own nanocatalyst flying car. But Dima's shocked. He runs away from this car because what the fuck, why is she flying? So he asks his father like, where did you buy this car, why is she flying? And his mom is like, don't overspeed, son. But he determined to learn where this car came from. So he finds the poorly photoshopped pictures of scientists and the vinyl. He asks Max, can you please give me possibility to listen to this vinyl in the DJ's club? And he's like, yeah bro, no shit, yeah. So as he listens, turns out that this scientist actually developed this car.
This is for Rachel, you big fat white nasty smelling fat bitch. Why you took me off the motherfucking schedule with your trifling dirty white racist ass, you big fat.
So he goes to them. Somehow he finds out where they live, which is so fucking dumb because this is a dumb movie. Dima pretends to be a journalist. The scientist tells him about car, how they created it, where did it came from, and only in the end of their conversation they're like, oh, can you show us your documents? Oh, I don't have any time, bye. But woman scientist comes up to him and she's like, oh, here's the instruction for the potentially dangerous car we created a long time ago that can be dangerous in the wrong hands. But your main character, you're gonna handle it, bye. At this point, Dima learns how to manage the car, how to fly on it, and he becomes...
Better delete that.
He becomes the most fast flower delivery guy. But why? Does he help people? Actually, no, he doesn't help people for the whole 1 hour of this movie. He's embodying superficial persona so much that finally he's able to get Nastya. He buys nice clothes, he buys iPhone, and he's showing her this iPhone, and she realizes that he's so deep and so lovable guy. So he invites her in a restaurant where she tells him that she's from little city and she doesn't like restaurant and they live. But he encounters Vladimir Putin and he tells him, "Oh my god, thank you for your advice, I delivered flowers and now I got a girl." Vladimir Putin suddenly realizes that probably Volga that delivers flowers is the Volga that he needs for his grand master evil plan to become even more rich. After their date, Dima meets Max and Max tells him, "How fucking dare you, this is my woman." So Dima, as well-mannered boy that he is, tells him that he actually hit it, which is not true, so he gets bitch slapped for this. And because Dima became an insufferable bitch, selfish, materialistic, unlikable, he's gotta learn his lesson about power and about helping people. So in order for Dima to learn the lesson, his father dies. Dima's whole family grieving about this. They're sad, they're wearing black. But neither Nastya or Max aware of this situation. We never actually know what they think about this. And movie never touched this topic. To say just, "My condolences, bro. My condolences, you're my future love interest." What the f... Dima's father dead because Dima was sitting in the car and a random woman asked for help from him to help a random person on the street because he's sick with the fucking knife. But Dima tells her, "I forgot the part where it's my problem." And that's the reason why Dima decided to honor his father's memory by helping others in need. And now he's mysterious superhero black lightning that everyone is talking about.
The web, and it's his signature. And I know Spider-Man was here.
The guy protects us, you know, he protects the people.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Intel has told us there are at least 7.
Okay, I already see one. Give him. Okay.
They're the same picture.
And Vladimir Putin tries to take him out so he can have his nano-catalyst. He saves a little kid from fire, like in this one same familiar movie.
They're the same picture.
But his regular life comes up and he has to pass his exam in university. But he finds out that Nastya is actually so stupid how she got into university that she can't pass her exam. So he replaces her answers with his own and she's like, "Oh my god, this is so romantic. I'm gonna be with you now." Yeah. As this young boy destroys his future for a woman, we listen and don't judge, she switches up on him when he saves her little ass from falling ice after their date because he cares about her safety, so romantic. And she thinks that it was Max because Max ordered her flowers from the same spot where Dima works. So she thinks that Max is blacklighting and she tells him about it. "I know who you are. You're a vampire." I mean, it's the wrong movie, okay? She tells him, "Oh, you're blacklighting," and he doesn't deny it. He decided to own it as his own skin because why not? I can have a girl and she thinks that I'm superhero. It's fine. So he tells her, "Yes, I'm blacklighting, but..."
A few moments later.
Макс, черная молния.
And Putin, meanwhile, he decides to hire the scientist to make another car similar to black lighting so he can chase this Volga car on his new Mercedes car that flying through and actually is much more better than this car. Could he just like ask the scientist to develop the nanocatalyst, the same one, and not waste his time on this? Like, make it make sense. For some reason, the plot tells us about love triangle between scientists that should bother me for some reason. We already have one love triangle, why do we need another one that happened a long time ago in the past when they were developing this? I don't give a shit. Scientists realizes that the plan of Putin is to destroy the Moscow to obtain diamonds. So they're like, oh, we gotta do something about this. And they're like, oh, we have this dude on Volga that can fly, he gotta help us. One of the scientists goes on the roof and suddenly gains plot armor from bullets. As Dima helps one of the scientists, Putin uses this possibility to destroy his car and he falls into the water. But before that, he takes this nanocatalyst. And oh my, his evil plan starts working. What the hell is gonna happen? Whoa. Dima's stuck in a car. But Nasty calls him because she switched up again. She's not with Max, she's with Dima now. Because Dima gifted her the Jubilee with the heart. This woman... While Max pretends to be black lighting hiding in the toilet, Dima obtains back nanocatalyst. The bad guy kidnaps his girl, like in this one movie. I'm gay! Then they have their boss fight and the whole ending is like in Iron Man, so yeah. So, for the record, we have one movie that relies on cliches of Hollywood superhero movies a bit too much. Just, you know, when you are making a movie in partnership with Universal, you at least can try to think of the original plot for the story, not just heavily borrowing every single aspect and cliche and plot points from more popular movies. It does have some strong points, like practical effects they used for the car. They destroyed a lot of Volgas for this movie, which is admirable. Like, some people like this movie, they think it's entertaining, in Russia especially. So they didn't steal anything, they were just very inspired by other movies. But what worked in Spider-Man? The characters, the plot points, some ideas, doesn't work here. They just took everything and made it worse. Max, for example, is a shitty friend from beginning. He mocks Dima for not having money, he mocks Dima for not having girl, he poses as black lighting, so he's a little bitch. Harry wasn't this way. At least he was humble, and it's like they tried to fit all 3 chapters of Spider-Man into one movie, which is bad. Nasty doesn't have any personality, we don't know shit about her. We know she's pretty, we know she's from little city, but we don't know her aspirations, dreams, what the hell she wants from life. She just wants to date Max, Dima, black lighting, Dima, Max, Dima, black light. What the? Dima is like Peter Parker from Tiamu. The villain is boring, support characters are useless and forgettable. So in my subjective opinion, this movie is
talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, unafraid to reference or not reference, put it in a blender, shit on it, vomit on it, eat it, give birth to it.
It would be funny if Russians made some other movie about superheroes that much worse.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass. shot mother.